Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. It has been a minute since I've been live, just a few days, and I've missed you guys. Yesterday, I did post a video. If you haven't seen it, maybe after this, check it out because it's super interesting. It's regarding Leilani Simon and the prison, her new home for the rest of her life, which is pretty crazy to think about. Also, I started a new series on my Patreon, and it's true crime hot takes. And I don't want anybody to mistake that for like it's always going to be respectful. I want you guys to know that it's not going to be like hot takes about victims or anything like that. More about perpetrators, closed case, like the one that we talked about today has recently closed. And I'm planning on I'm going to try to do that once a week. So anyways, there's a post on the community tab about it, or also I will drop the link to Patreon, and then let me say hello to you guys and we'll get started. And thank you to Music City Mom for gifting a membership, and hello Preschool Granny. Thank you for being a member for 18 months. Merry Christmas, my dear friends. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I have a Christmas intro and I didn't use it. Merry Christmas. Hey, Dumpling Scammy. Hey, Grace. Hey, Hippie Chick. Hey, Curious Christine. Hey, Girls Nana. I missed you guys. Hey, Pointer Lover. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Carolina, good to see you. Hey, Chicken Lady. Cute Manimal, good to see you. Hey, Nadie. Hey, Sparkles. You guys, if you haven't tried my friend Nay's wax melts, you probably have heard about them. If you haven't, let me tell you about them. My friend Nay has... she sells wax melts, and she has a brand called Music Melts, and they are phenomenal. I might not have done that right. I love them. Hey, Natasha, I love them so much. I really do. And I'm enjoying mine right now. I actually got a package yesterday that the mail lost back in August. Nay had replaced them, but it did have a few samples of a couple scents that are discontinued for good. So I finally got it yesterday, weirdly. And so I wanted to mention that to you guys. And then we're going to get right into it. Hey, Delaney. Hey, Tony. Okay. Hey, Sparkles. I don't know if I said hi to you, but before the live, I saw you in the chat. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Hey, Ruel. Okay. Little Red. I love Nay's wax melts. Me too. Yeah, so I placed the order August 30th, and it just came yesterday, but the mail had lost it, and yeah, so like I said, Nay had replaced it. The site, let's see. StreamYard looks a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple interviews that Plunder put out yesterday. I have linked the full video in the description because we are not going to listen to it all. Matter of fact, we're going to start quite a ways in. I was looking for her transcript at about the 1 hour mark, where we're going to hear from first a friend of Maddie's, and then her grandmother. And then, if we have time, we're going to rewind back to the 20-minute mark for the beginning of another interview with a friend. There is a lot of information in it that's important to talk about. It's just a longer interview. It's all important to talk about. So that's the plan. Good to see you, Sparkles. We've missed you. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start out. I wish she had closed captioning. She doesn't on this video for some reason. So we're just going to listen. But like I said, it starts with a friend. She didn't put the friends' names out there. I'm glad for that. And it's... even if they were, I wouldn't want to put them out anyways. Unfortunately, they, eventually may have to testify or something like that. But at the end of the day, we're not, their lives have been shaken enough, upside down enough from all of this. But okay, so let's listen. Here's all just talk about, like I said.
Is that right? Yep. I'm to take the clean, but you just call me Josh, okay? Let's go. Class now ending. All right.
Lil Red, I don't think these were in the last drop, the grandma's interview. but maybe. But yeah, I don't think there were that these audios. Maybe they were, but I hadn't heard them yet, and I don't think that they had been published yet. I think she said she's had them for a while. It just took her a while to dig through them. So it totally could be. Okay. Hey, Ben.
And what's your last name? Phone number?
Yeah. Oh, my phone?
Yes.
It's.
You are 12 years old.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Do you know what the difference is between a truth and a lie?
Yeah, like a truth is like, I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, like it's when you're not lying.
Okay. Yeah, if I told you the board behind you was white, would that be a truth, a lie, or something else?
We recently just started to become like closer.
Okay.
So I wouldn't consider I would consider myself a friend. We just started getting closer. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil Red, it's not a new release. She said that she's had these for a while, but I don't know that we ever got them because I didn't see that. Like the last thing that we got was just documents, the last two, I'm pretty sure. But then there was that big drop of all those videos, but I don't remember seeing it there. But like I said, she did say that she's had this for a while. It's just taken time to dig through it all and kind of, go listen to it and see what's valuable to put out, I guess. Or in her eyes, what she thinks she wants to put out on the channel or whatever.
Hey, what do you call her?
I usually call her recent. As I said, like I just started calling her, and we were like.
Okay. So you guys just recently became friends. Mm-hmm. Okay. How many classes do you guys share together?
We share 2.
Okay.
Gym, second period, and this class.
What is this class?
Second period, language arts with Mr. O.
Okay. Do you guys ever talk about anything that is going on in her life?
Well. For me, she didn't say that, but with her closer friends, like, talk about that.
Oh, and now that the closer friend's name obviously redacted, there are a lot of redactions in these interviews, which is another reason she said it took some time to put it out. But I do think there's just one thing I want us to hear from this one, and then it's actually will go quickly anyways into the grandmother's interview.
They told me that, like, she did say that, like, she didn't really, which is, yeah.
Did she say anything else?
So that was redacted. Interesting, right? Something that Maddie had told her closer friends that this friend hadn't heard yet, but the closer friends had been talking about it. They redacted. So obviously, even though Florida releases a lot of stuff before they before the person goes to trial, they still are holding back certain things for their investigation, and that's all right. I think that's a good thing. But I am curious what it was.
Okay. I do think that you guys already know this, but she said she wanted to run away a few weeks ago.
Did she tell you this?
She told me this. She told me of running away. The woods part.
Okay.
She told her closer friends she wanted to run away a few weeks ago. Now, this obviously couldn't be testimony at a trial or anything. Not that it would even be used for that, but it is hearsay. Still interesting.
So did she ever have any conversations with you about wanting to run away or about not liking any conversations personally? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she
didn't have this conversation personally. Okay.
She's kind of repeating what she's heard.
She seemed depressed or interested in suicide or anything recently?
She did seem pretty sad sometimes.
Okay. And why do you say that?
This part hurt my heart.
Because, sometimes she could be really quiet and sad. Well, it looked like she was sad.
Okay.
And then, most of the time she looked pretty happy because I think maybe stuff like I think from
Remember, we're listening to a child, but to hear, sometimes she looked pretty sad and depressed. And, most of the time she seemed happy, which it's, again, a child.
what I heard, maybe like life at home wasn't like the best, but while she was at school, I think
Hello, girl, Mom.
she was happy.
Okay.
At home wasn't like the best, but she looked pretty happy because I think like maybe stuff like I think from what I heard, maybe like life at home wasn't like the best, but while she was at school, I think she was happy.
Okay. Have you noticed any big changes in her behavior?
Well, no.
Okay. Sorry.
I know some of you guys are sitting under a lot of snow, and if you are, oh my gosh, my heart goes out to you because I hate to freeze, and plus it's scary when a snowstorm comes that's big. Angie, a friend of mine, Angie, has like several feet. She sent pictures. I was shocked. Where I used to live, we would get storms like that, but then, houses would start falling in, businesses would. So like I said, thinking about you guys.
So she never mentioned any abuse or anything to you?
Not to me.
Okay. Okay.
Now.
Okay. What is the whole story?
Well, that a few weeks ago, I texted her about saying that like, oh, when you're 18, I'm gonna like give you to your dad, and then she said that she's gonna run away at like when she turns 13.
Okay.
And I said that she took that as a joke because she didn't really think she would do that.
Okay.
And told me that maybe like 2 weeks before she disappeared, she said, oh, if I ever were to run away, I'd go to the woods and build a house.
Okay.
Now, remember, we had heard that Maddie had said this before, that I think we saw it in a written report from police, that she had talked about running away into the woods, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, Miss Emily, I certainly appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, okay?
I feel like they would be able to like give you more information than me.
Okay. Okay.
Now we're about
But still, I appreciate it, okay?
Jen's mom's interview. And I can't wait to listen to this with you guys. So I listened to all this earlier, but I listened loosely, I guess I could say, like doing a bunch of other stuff, picking the kids up. But I do recall her saying something along the lines of, I've never liked Stephan. And I don't even know why. Like, it was just something about him. He doesn't work. He's a bum, that kind of thing. So, yeah, let's have a listen.
Most everything you told me is true and correct?
Tuesday, February 27, 13:11 hours, Detective Hunt for OCS.
Interview with Maddie's grandmother, Yolanda.
So case 24-0-11-313. Can you state your full name? And what's your relationship? And so, do you recall the last time you spoke?
That was Sunday. I celebrate her. Yes.
And is that the last time you saw her
That's
too?
the last time I saw her.
Got it. And so, I won't keep you too long, but
Now, remember, Maddie had her birthday at her grandma's. Oh my gosh, and there's another part I forgot. Oh, where she said something like Maddie cried about having to leave at one point. I really shouldn't even repeat it like this because I wasn't like listening intently. But here's a photo from Maddie at her birthday celebration just prior to this. Okay.
It's my understanding that it's not uncommon from school to here sometimes.
She did it like a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that normally like when she's waiting for pick her up or?
Sometimes the office and pick her up.
Mhm.
She walks from school to here.
Okay.
She did it like maybe, I don't know, 5-6 times.
Okay. So just a few times she's done that. So that's why Jennifer would have come here yesterday to see if she had maybe.
Yes, maybe
Maybe.
she.
Remember, Jen tells police that she goes to pick up Maddie at school. It's been a minute and it's all kind of flooding back to me. She goes to pick up Maddie at school. Maddie doesn't come out. Jen doesn't go inside, go ask a teacher. No, she leaves and drives by her mom's house. So that is why the detective is asking that. And then Little Red, I wouldn't be surprised if we did, because Plunder said she's had this one for a while, but it was so short. It was only like 8 minutes that she easily looked over it. Hey, poor Linda. Hey, you guys coming in. Asaka says, why women just let her stay? She literally only spent 30 minutes at most with her that night. I can't remember the context of like why she had to go. So we'll hear it.
Down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me hear that again.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes the office and pick her up.
Mhm.
She walks from school to here.
Okay.
She did it like maybe, I don't know, 5-6
Sometimes when somebody doesn't pick her up, it sounded like.
times.
Okay. So just a few times she's done that. So that's why Jennifer would have come here yesterday to see if she had maybe.
Yes, maybe
Maybe
she.
come here.
That's okay.
Okay. Do you remember what Jennifer told you yesterday?
No, she's like waiting here at school, but she doesn't come out. She's not. I don't think she's here. Maybe she walked to school to the office, and I was like, okay, I'll wait here.
Mhm.
It was 4:30, 4:35, 4:40, and she never showed up.
Okay.
So, and we went together to school, but the office were closed.
What a beautiful accent she has, though. I love it.
It was only the after program
Not
they
that
were
that's
open.
important at all.
So we went to verify to school
Mhm.
in the program. She didn't. While we went to the school, Jennifer called 2 friends that she has,
Mhm.
and they told that she never made it to school.
Got it.
That's when we find out everything.
Okay.
She wasn't in school.
Did she tell you who took her to school yesterday?
I know that Stephan, yes. Came here to, I don't know, I guess for
Gotcha. Okay. So just
Thank you guys for being here, by the way. And again, if you missed at the beginning, because we did skip over quite a lot, including part where, she's trying to zoom in on this little part of the video to see if it's the security cameras from the church that morning where remember Jen kept saying, that's Matt. We saw Maddie on the security cameras, or my sister saw her, or whatever. We skipped a lot. My point is, so the link is in the description. And yeah, again, thank you guys for being here to chat about it with me. Okay.
does he live there with them still, or
no.
no? Gotcha. He just came. Does he?
I guess he came to visit.
Got it.
Yeah.
When did?
I'm not sure, but I know he moved back in December to Punta Gorda.
Mhm.
He moved out of the house.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it, as far as you know, it's because they.
As far as I know, I don't know.
Got it. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. But he came back this weekend, maybe
He came
for
back
her.
just- I
For,
guess-
Redacted.
it. I guess, is it common of Stephan?
I guess sometimes he did.
Mhm. Got it. And did he say where he dropped her off at all?
He said he dropped her off in the corner of Urbana. There's a building there, it's called Urbana.
Bana?
Urbana.
Or Bana?
Urbana. It's town loop, and I don't even know the name of the street.
Okay. By
I
Urbana.
was right in the corner.
Got it. So he dropped her off there, and then did he say what happened after?
He said that he just walked, like going to school,
Mhm.
and then she stopped for a few seconds. I guess she was looking for her phone.
Yeah.
And then he just kept going.
Okay.
And we've heard that, many times.
Run away before, or ever want to go somewhere else or hang out with her friends without permission or anything?
Not that I know.
Okay. Is there anywhere you know of that she likes to hang out or go to clear her head if she's ever upset, or a place that she likes to go?
One day she was upset. I guess she had a fight. And she called me crying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, walking around the neighborhood. I was like, why are you doing that? She's like, I don't want to be in my house right now because I am mad at me.
Okay, so, hey Trulia, hey Boho Hobo and Lucky Spencer, hey you guys coming in. So one day Maddie calls Grandma crying, saying she's walking around the neighborhood because she doesn't want to be at her home. At the end of the day, really, my first thought when I heard earlier, if this is the only part where she mentions her crying, not wanting to go home, my first thought is, of course, because of what happened to Maddie, sadness. And you can't help but kind of be like, wow, what was going on? But then now that I'm kind of digesting it, hearing it again, my thought is, that's normal. A lot of teenagers will storm off, it happens, especially young girls. And now that we know what was happening to Maddie for so long, it really could have been something awful, or it could have been just regular teenage girl arguing with mom. Mom's not listening to me. Mom won't get me what I want. Mom, whatever. I don't know, so I'm not going to look too much into it, but given the context of what actually ended up happening to her, and it's hard not to hear things like that and just be like, go to worst case scenario. Hey, Michelle L. Where can I catch Neat Noodle? No, good Claus. I'm not sure today because I think she's got some stuff going on. But good to see you. I was in Top Chat. I hate Top Chat. Michelle, I am feeling a lot better. I'm still like a little stuffy. There's nothing worse than when you can't breathe out of your nose and like trying to sleep or just function. But I am feeling a lot better. Being poor is not a crime, but some are mentioning that generational poverty and immigration will be Jen's defense. Like Stephan Stern's TBI will be his, in my opinion. That's interesting, Artemis, but with Stephan, I could see that. I definitely could see that. What else does he have? And if he takes it all the way to trial, I will be really shocked if he does with all the evidence they have, but maybe I'm crazy. Hey, Kathy. Okie dokie. Hey, Kimberly. I'm doing a lot better, though, and I've missed you guys. I'm happy to hang out with you for a little bit. Not sure it will work for Jen since she went to college. Okay.
Like, you know what? Go back to the house. Don't walk alone in the street. And she said, okay. So she went back. That's the only thing I knew it happens. That was, I think, like a year.
I also think, thank God Maddie had her grandma, like we all need that person to call when we are at our wits' end and we're kind of just like, just at that point of breaking down, right?
Like a year ago.
Okay.
And then after that, I don't know.
Bad.
Got it. Okay. Do you have any concerns with, I just ask this because I have to, do you have any concerns about either Jennifer or Stephan with ever raised alarm with you that you can remember?
I never liked him. Don't ask me why, because I don't even know myself. It's because I guess he doesn't work, he doesn't do anything. I mean, he just there because he suffers from a lot of things.
Okay.
And I mean, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't work, he doesn't help you.
Okay, so we're going to listen to all of that again. I almost had a mute incident, caught myself. But I want to read this comment first to all of you guys. Amalama Ding Dong says, moms be vigilant on sickness this year. Both my boys got diagnosed with walking pneumonia yesterday. It's awful, and I'm so anxious. Please pray for them. I'm so sorry. Sending you love and good vibes and all of that stuff, and I hope they feel better soon. There is nothing worse than your babies being sick. Honestly, it's just the worst. It really is. You can't help, at least I can't help, but again, the worst case scenario thing, I'll automatically go to that. My brain just works that way, I suppose.
That happened like a year ago.
Okay.
And then after that, I don't know.
Got it. Okay. Do you have any concerns with, I just ask this because I have to, do you have any concerns about either Jennifer or Stephan with ever raised alarm with you that you can remember?
I never liked him.
I never liked him. Artemis says, in my opinion, due to public pressure, Jen Soto will be charged with something. Child neglect, etc. That's why I say arrest Jen Soto. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. I know there are law enforcement officers like Duty Ron who have spoken out and said that they think they're surprised that she hasn't been or think that she should be. We will have to see. I don't know. And then we have the police force coming out and saying they have no plans to charge anyone else right now. Right now, I got to rewind that 10 seconds in here. Mom, burn Stephan one last time.
For Jennifer or Stephan with ever raised alarm with you that you can remember?
I never liked him. Don't ask me why, because I don't even know myself. It's because I guess he doesn't work. He doesn't do anything. I mean,
don't ask me why, because I don't even know myself. He doesn't work. He doesn't do anything. He's got issues.
He's there because he suffers from a lot of things.
Okay.
And I mean, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't work. He doesn't help you.
Hey, Roro. So again, lots of redactions, and that's kind of what we're hearing in those pauses. Lemon Lime says she says she never liked him, but nothing about suspecting him of being a perv. He was good at hiding that, apparently. Even the roommates called him furniture. Interesting. Jen, by the way, if you guys have not checked out my friend Jen's channel, she has a great channel where she talks about lots of different true crime stuff. I'm really making a big effort to kind of just focus on true crime and stay out of the weeds because there is a lot of stuff that happens on this platform that is just awful and unreal. So, yeah. Jen does lots of that, lots of true crime, many different cases. Definitely check it out. Okay. She says, my opinion on it is this. Not now doesn't mean not ever. That derivative use immunity will make them have to look harder and it may take longer. That's true. Not now doesn't mean not ever. I'm not aware of these weeds. Michelle, well, I mean, I've just kind of come to this conclusion just a little bit before my live because I will kind of get caught up in what's happening, like in the creator, like more of like between creators listening, wanting to know what's going on. Like I always want to be informed, and I kind of do that with celebrity stuff too, or just whatever. And I really need to just like not do that as much because it's the holidays and it's been really chaotic, and I just don't want to get stuck in that negative place, That's all. They might just want to get Stephan tucked away first, Humanimal says. Let's see, what did Christina J say? I'm not aware of these weeds. That was a great comment, Michelle. Correct me up. Christina says, I just remind myself how long Florida took to charge the Adelsons. Well, after the trials of the first 3. It really has, truly. Me either, Michelle. Nothing about that realm strikes my interest. I like my peace too much. Natasha, same. Like at the end of the day, I just want to be able to relax, have no worries. And even if you're not involved, like it just rubs off, like the negativity can rub off on you in a way. But all right, let's keep it pushing.
It's not my life, but I just ask her, That was her answer.
More
Got it.
injections.
So typically, does
Hey, cutie pie.
you or anything from the phone?
No,
Not much.
not much.
Do you remember the last time you spoke with her before Sunday?
Well, I spoke to her Friday, 'cause she slept over my house.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I came here to work. And after here, I was going to body.
Gotcha.
And I told my husband to was going to take her. And she started crying. She said, no, she doesn't want to go.
Okay, I thought so. So when Maddie spent the night at her grandma's house, so we have Friday night, she stayed at grandma's. Saturday night, she stayed at grandma's. And remember earlier I said if that's the only time, because I thought that she had been at her house when she was crying about going home. So we not only have her walking around the neighborhood crying, not wanting to be home, that's separate from right before she goes home Sunday and all of this takes place. She's reported missing Monday morning, the 26th. Right before that, on Saturday, right before her birthday party, she has to go home and she's crying, not wanting to go. That is just, I'm sad, but I'm also like, what? Like, I wonder what else? Why? Like, I know there was, there really doesn't need to be anything else now that I say that. We know the hell she was living in. And even without him there, I don't know. Just having that happening to her will make any day a hell, right? At any time. So I don't know. But Chicken Lady says, I used to have to have a need to be in the know with the drama. Now I have a need not to be in the know. So I have a need to be in the know of everything. That's the problem. And it's not just like with drama, but also current events, local stuff, just politics, which are also extremely negative. I have a need to kind of know all of it. And yeah, here lately, I've not done the best at keeping up because I've been sick, but I always say that's part of what brings me to true crime, because I just want to know what the hell's going on in this world. What is going on out there in this world I'm sending my kids into? I never wanted to go home when I was at my Grams, but I never cried over it, Christina says. That's so sad. Crying because you don't want to go home. That breaks my heart. Probably plays over and over in the grandma's head with guilt. It's not her guilt, but I get it. I'm catching up from upstate New York. We have about 3 feet of snow and the wind. It's bitter cold. I heard you guys were like just dumped on. Keep that bad juju away from us. I don't want it rubbing off on my littles or the hubby. So true, Natasha. And it really will do that as well. Tess says it took 20 plus years for Paul Flores and his dad to be charged for killing Kristen Smart. Okay, let's keep listening. Maybe I'll rewind a few seconds so we kind of
So, body, house.
Okay.
And then Saturday.
Her full sentence without pausing.
Well, I spoke to her Friday, because she slept over my house.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I came here to work. And after here, I was going to body.
Gotcha.
And I told my husband to going to take her. And she started crying. She said, no, she doesn't want to go. So she didn't go at all. So my ex-husband went to pick her up.
Okay.
And, they spend the day together.
Do you ever pick her up from school, or does your ex-husband ever pick her up from school?
Yeah,
So Maddie's
I don't know about my ex-husband, but when I have to, I'll go and pick her up. If not, TC.
And when you pick her up, where do you pick her up
Just
from?
from the school.
From the school.
Yeah.
Have you ever picked her up from like anywhere else far from the
Church.
school?
Church. Like,
Church.
of course, yeah, like from the church.
Is that somewhere that she hangs out or other kids
No.
hang out? Or
There's a lot of kids there at that time.
oh, they kind of go there?
Yeah, a lot of kids go there. Their parents will pick them up from the church.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Interesting about the church. Johnny, that sounds freaking delicious.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you?
Okay, so I'll let it play.
Have your ID so I can get your name down?
I have it in
Oh, that's fine. How do you spell your name?
YOL
Uh-huh.
ANDA.
And your last name?
Zambrano. Z as in zebra.
Uh-huh.
AMBRANO.
And what's your birthday?
9/29/67.
And you do have a
Okay.
Florida ID. I can look
Yes.
up with that. Okay, cool.
All right, so we don't need to listen to that, but okay, so the other interview with the friend, I recommend going and listening to the whole thing because I'm going to just try to guess. I think I remember the timestamp where this one part I want you guys to hear. But so at 20 minutes in, she goes, first 20 minutes, Plunder's kind of talking about what happens in these interviews and the video footage from the church and stuff like that, because people were claiming they remember seeing it, but she doesn't know where. And she's grabbed the footage from that where the cop goes in to get the video footage from the church, but it's redacted. So there's a little box in the corner where she thinks that that's like the monitor where you can see the footage. But then, the friend is aware that Stephan had been arrested and her dad is there, but they don't know exactly what's going on. So they are kind of asking questions, and there's a lot of stuff. It's a longer interview, but that's why I say you guys should listen. The link's in the description, but there's this part where she talks about how Maddie canceled plans with her to hang out with Stephan one day. And I think that's interesting. I think I can remember that timestamp. So we're going to try to go to that one. But let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything. But I think we'll start at around 34 minutes. But like I said, this interview actually starts at 20 minutes in. And it goes to 40 some minutes. It's over 20-minute interview, if I remember correctly.
Anything else of hers? Did she ever send you pornography, anything like that? No? Okay. Did she ever send you any pictures of herself that are pornographic or with anybody else? No? Okay.
She would send a picture, but it wouldn't go past right here.
Okay. Of herself or of somebody else? Of herself. Okay.
Just Linda.
This is Discord.
Sorry, I'm just going to look through it.
I don't know where I came in at, so it's hard to.
Beyond because that is there. Do you recall her saying that? Okay, so she says in this message that she can't be on because that is there.
That's right, because the cop is also looking at text between the two girls. So she says in this message she can't be on because Stephan is there. Do you remember her telling you that?
There. Do you recall her saying that? Okay. I guess, did she ever not hang out with you, whether online or in person, to see him?
He visited her, but he'd move out. He spent a day with her once, and then we were spending out the day she canceled. Because he came, and she was starting to hang out with his friends.
Okay.
Hold on. So we were going to hang out. She spent she canceled because he came, but there's one part that's not very clear. Let me just go back for a second.
Do you recall her saying that? Okay. I guess, did she ever not hang out with you, whether online or in person, to see him?
He had visited her when he'd move out. He like spent a day with her once, and then we were supposed to hang out that day, and she canceled because he came. And she was starting to hang out with him.
Okay.
This part is not clear. It sucks because you can't hear exactly what she said. So she, I don't know. You Manimal, you guys in the chat are funny. It is an age mix, a good age mix here. Hey, and like you said, it's about our brains and our hearts. We'll listen for another minute or two, and then I'm going to let you guys go. But yeah, just think it will take too long to go through the whole time, and I still have to eat dinner and showers and all the bedtime fun stuff. Yay.
Your mom seems to think you need to show me some other message between you and somebody else. She just texted you when I was on there, so it popped up.
Sunday.
This is when it starts to slow down.
Okay.
Patricia, that's what I'm wondering too. Patricia says she did spend a day with him, and then what does she say? I can't make it out.
Did you show this to Brittany the other day?
I did not show it to Brittany.
You did not? Okay.
I showed it to Debbie.
I showed it to Deputy. I'll pause it.
So, what do you think? Where do you think she went? What do you think happened?
I think she was scared that something was going to happen, or I think she was scared of.
Crime audio.
I think she wanted to get away from that.
I think she was scared. I think she wanted to get away from that, but it's so muffled, and I just think the audio is bad quality in general, and it's muffled and
And he threatened her. I wish she didn't tell anybody. I wish she didn't tell me, or I would tell someone, told my parents or something.
he threatened her. That's what she's now. This is not she's not saying this happened. She thinks this happened. He threatened her, and that is why she never told anybody what was happening to her. That's why she never told me. She knew I would tell my parents.
Okay. Was she a virgin?
Yes.
She was? Okay. So,
Was she a virgin? Yes.
did she ever ask you to keep any secrets for her? No? Did she ever tell you anything that she implied was a secret?
Other than her likeness.
Nothing more than that. Okay. Did you guys ever have any explicit conversations about sex?
Obviously, there was quite a lot that she wasn't sharing with her friend, but there's still a lot to be learned from that interview. Like I said, the full thing's in the description. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I missed you. It's kind of hard. I've told you before, like, to get back into the swing of things. But I'm really going to try to give it my best effort. And so thank you for being here and showing up when I do and when I am able to go live. It's also been hard, like, adjusting to all the changes that life always brings for all of us, So anyway, I really think Stearns will implicate Jennifer in some way. He has tried, Darlene. He has already tried. We know that. And I'm not going to cite exactly how, or what he said, but in some of his statements to not only his parents, but to law enforcement, or maybe not to law enforcement, maybe it's just in police reports, and it's either from emails, phone calls, visits with parents. He has tried to implicate her already, So thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that so much. Think of how much sweet Maddie had to hold in her mind. That sucks, without even being able to vent to her friends. You have to know. Yes, I said that, Little Red, and you're right. That's a good point. So you have to know the friend's dad was sitting there. She could not speak freely, and that's true. Dad was there for the interview, and you hear him at the beginning of it. Like I said, if you do want to listen, it's at the 20-minute timestamp. So it's just so hard for me to believe Jennifer didn't know something was going on. I hope I'm wrong. I know, Blue. I think that's that way for a lot of people, honestly. I think she has some fear of her mother. You hear that. Patricia says, I'm going to listen back to that later with some sound settings change. If I hear it, I will email you. Yes, please do. I would appreciate that. Humanimal, she made sure to promote a sighting on camera that she knew was not her daughter. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I wonder what Jen Soto thinks about things now. I do too, Michelle. The last we hear from her is April 18th. She does the interview where she has to be subpoenaed to show up, and she shows up with a defense attorney, whatever. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just like, these are just the facts. So, and it seems like things had somewhat shifted for her by that point compared to her first interviews, and she gets called out. Remember, that's the interview where the detective calls her ass to the carpet. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You care more about a defense attorney for this man than what you're finding out was happening to your daughter, lady. See, you can hear my voice like go up a notch because it starts to fire me the hell up. So I understand why you guys feel the way you feel. I didn't start it. Yep, I didn't start it. Comment was pointed at Jen, in my opinion. That was one of them, Christina. Thank you. I think it was pointed at her too. Carolina, I've listened to all these interviews and I feel like Maddie's friends knew Maddie best. They sound sincere, unlike all the adults. Who was Maddie supposed to go to? So tragic. They do seem sincere, and you can hear it just makes you think about Maddie's mentality, because you can hear these are children, but just by the way they say things, like, and the way they're explaining things. I don't know. I just had the thought listening, like, okay, it's a child we're listening to. Like, makes sense that she's saying it that way or whatever. Hey, Candace. We're just chatting at the end. Sorry, I was taking a drink. We're just chatting at the end, kind of wrapping things up. I feel she will eventually be charged with trafficking. Well, we hear, so the last time we hear from Jen is April, but don't forget, we hear Stephan's dad speak with police in the middle of this summer. I don't remember the date. I think it was July, though. And he says to Stephan's dad, there is no evidence. We've tried. We've not found, if there was evidence of her in the text messages, in the photos, I don't remember, and these are my words, not theirs. But basically, there's nothing to lead us to believe that Jen knew this was happening. And we've looked and looked and looked and exhausted ourselves looking. So, I don't know. But it's still possible. And it's funny how, like, had this been somewhere else, the results may have been different as far as who was arrested, who wasn't, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just like this. And this is something I talked about in the like hot takes series I started on Patreon, which it's just like a little short. It's going to be a short video series, like quick videos. But I had mentioned in there, it's pretty crazy to think that Sarah Boone, who, like her or not, because I know why people don't like her, she had a much better chance at a self-defense, like at self-defense as her defense, than like, look at what Leilani did. Okay. Like Sarah, they had an abusive relationship. She had black eyes and things like that. They were drinking, and he had to have gotten in the suitcase himself. There are just these other factors. What Leilani did was so vicious, so cruel to a 20-month-old in defense. Like, there is nothing a child that age could ever do to even make you really angry at them, right? You might get a little frustrated. Times get tough. Like, I can't get them to stop crying. They're teething and like, oh my gosh, I need a break. Sure. But not real true anger for most of us. But for Leilani, look what she did. But at the end of the day, Leilani got a sentence where in 40 years, she may see a parole board and could get out. I don't think she will, but she could. And who knows how times will change by then. Look at how, like, over 10-year, 20-year periods, like, things as far as how we behave socially have changed, like the legalization of gay marriage. And now it's like, can you believe it was illegal at one time? It's just crazy the way that things evolve. So in 40 years, she very well may get out. People may be a lot more lenient. Who the hell knows? There may be more science that comes out and that could explain what drugs do to your mind, that they could use, whatever. At the end of the day, she could get out in 40 years, and Sarah Boone will serve life in prison. It's not really fair. It's not really even. It's not really very balanced. It's just the way it is. So, thank you, Tess. All right, poor Linda. I hope you have a fabulous dinner. I think if Sarah would have had a different attitude, then her case outcome could have been completely different. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because look, for one, the plea deal. Hello. That's very grandiose thinking that you can do better. But her speech. So I agree. Patricia says, Jen brought that monster into her child's life, and then she kept him in her child's life when she wasn't with him. She has to bear responsibility for that at least. I know a lot of people feel that way. I feel that way. At the end of the day, I'm not saying she should be charged with murder or something like that, but I'm not going to deny that she has some accountability and responsibility in what happened. She does. In my opinion. So, hey, Angie, I just mentioned you and all your snow. That poor baby, too. That's horrible. How can anyone do that? Or anybody? We're talking about these poor, precious children, Michelle. I agree. It's crazy. And it happens so often. I can't tell you, while I've been kind of off and sick and stuff and at the beach for Thanksgiving, how many cases I've seen involving children. But not seen a lot of. I'm talking about one obscure article here or there, and there are just so many cases of it happening. It's far too frequent, and it is far too infrequent how much coverage they get. I wish there was a way the world was fair. It's not, and that sucks, and it's something you have to even teach your kids. Life's not fair, but it's really unfair. Patricia has a limerick, or how do you say that? Limerick. I don't know how to say it for us. There once was a woman called Boone whose lawyers all thought her a loon. She caused non-intentional death because she drank like a meth and ignored her dead boyfriend till noon. Yes, she did. It's sad, man. And at the end of the day, man, I don't know. His life mattered and his family, to them, I'm sure they're happy she got life. So I guess that's the upside of it. Yeah, I'm bad about that sometimes, like, because I'll do a lot of reading and learn about stuff by reading. So I won't always know how to pronounce it. I was thinking about that earlier because there was a case I was considering, like, covering or talking about. And I'm like, but I don't know how to pronounce this word, that town. There was like several I didn't know how to pronounce. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Like, I could go, I don't trust Google's pronunciation. When you can Google it, but I don't trust it. But anyways, you guys, thank you for being here. I've missed you. I'm sure my friend Melissa will be on probably at 7:30. A lot of weekdays she's on at that time. Oh wait, never mind. Maybe not today. Let me just check. 20 more minutes, Roro, probably, because I've missed you guys. I have a lot to say that about a little, or I have a lot to say that may not amount to a whole lot. So she has an upcoming live at 8:30 tonight. Yeah, because it's Wednesday. So let me share her link. I just got a UPS package of Nerdy Nuts. You guys, I have gotten Deets obsessed, and she has talked about it a lot. And it's at my door now. I'm so excited. And it's actually in my hands because I just reached over and grabbed it. But if you guys haven't checked it out, you should. It's really cool peanut butter with all these different mix-ins. And I'll share a code on the community tab that if you use it, you'll get $5 off and I'll get $5 off. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. So yeah, you guys should check it out. It's awesome. I'm obsessed. I've bought and ate far too much of it, and I'm not going to fit in my bathing suit next year if I don't watch it. But you got me obsessed with Nerdy Nuts. It's so good. I didn't know, like, if I had really mentioned it just here, or, I mean, just over there, or it is so good. Thank you, Roro. All right, you guys. Did she do a British accent? I missed it. I was thinking about it today. I saw her live from last night and was going to replay it and got sidetracked. But yeah, definitely check out her live in a little bit. Wait, what's Nerdy Nuts? I need to know. Okay, so it is. Let me just pull up the website really quick and I'll show you. But if you do want to order it, wait until I'm going to post the community tab because you'll get $5 off. Okay. It is so cool. But the only thing is, a lot of times it comes fast. This order it took a couple weeks for the one I got today. So every week they do different flavors, but like, it's like this. If you see, it's peanut butter. Like this one has cookies and M&Ms. This one has pretzels. Some have dried fruit and caramels, and there's cashew butters. And I always if you want my tip, I say always go for the cheesecake butter. The Monster cheesecake peanut butter is really, really good. I love that one. But yeah, I'll share that link that they give me, and it gives you $5 off and me $5 off, I'm pretty sure. But so let's see what other flavors they have on here right now. Frozen caramel cocoa. Rainbow's wanting out. He got in trouble a little bit ago, so he's in his kennel right now. Merry Little Cheesecake Peanut Butter Treat. Santa Sugar Cookie Peanut Butter. Yum, you guys. It's really delicious, but yeah. And every week, and they sell out fast. If there's something you see like that you want, might not want to wait on it, they sell out fast. And they've been doing these TikTok sales too, where like one flavor will be half off or something. Ooh, I love cookie butter too, Candace. You will love this. Oh, they have cookie butter. They have. I don't know if they have any right now, but yeah. So I'll go grab the link when we end this, and I'll pin a comment and then put it on the community tab. Yes, the kitchen sink. I got that one though, Tess, and it is really good, but there are better, a lot better. Can't get enough. All Sunday. I've missed you guys. I love you, Nay. All right, you guys, I'm going to really let you go now. Hey, Riley. Again, here's Melissa's link. I'm going to share Jen's, Nay's, and my Patreon link, the links we talked about. And then I'm really going to end it. Sunday night at 7, the new ones drop. Yes, socket, but also I've ate it with fruit before, but I do eat it just with a spoon. Some of them are so thick. There's so many toppings, you really can't. And I always recommend the cheesecake or the ones with icing. I'm so happy I got to say hi to you too, Riley. And I need to talk to Tess about that card that we want to pass around. I know that we were still wanting to do it. I don't know exactly the details. Here, you hear me opening this cardboard box? I literally cannot wait to end this live, and I'm opening it in the mic. What is wrong with me? Let me set it down. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you go. You guys have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me and having my back and understanding when I do take little breaks and stuff, and it just means a lot to me. And just being here means a lot to me, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.